Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. So, finally, TCL announced their 10 Pro, 10 5G, and 10L unveiled with the HDR 10 screen and a quad camera. Originally unveiled back in January, TCL finally announced the full specification of its 10 series phone, the TCL 10L, 10 Pro, and the 10 5G. These are fairly similar, pulling from the same bag of specs, but interestingly enough, the 5G model is not the top model. Let's walk you through the new trial. The TCL 10 Pro is the only one with an AMOLED screen, 6.47 panel with a 1080p plus display resolution. It supports HDR10 and its Netflix certificates display, so you can watch new content on its fully glory. For regular content, there is an NXT Vision chip that does real-time SDR to HDR tone mapping. The display has a curved side and a teardrop notch of the 24 megapixel selfie camera. There is also an in-display fingerprint reader. The quad setup on the rear boasts a 64 megapixel main camera, the Samsung GW1 1 by 1.7 0.8 UM pixel natively, and 1.6 UM when shooting 16 megapixel shoots with 4-in-1 binding. Next up is the 16 megapixel ultra wide angle camera with 123 degree. This follow up a 5 megapixel low light camera with a 2.9 UM pixel for video, which is unique to the profile. There are a 2 megapixel deep sensor. The main camera can record 4K video at 30 frames per second. The phone is powered by the Snapdragon 765 chipset with a 6 gigs of RAM and 128 gigabytes of storage with UFS 2.1 storage plus a micro SD support up to 256 gigabytes. The 4500 mAh battery support 18-volt quick charging 3.0, 50% charge in 35 minutes. The TCL 10 Pro will come out in Q2 of this year and will cost around USD 450. It will run Android 10 out of the box with TCL customization on the top and will be updated to Android 11 when the times come. The TCL 10 5G goes up to Snapdragon 765G chipset based the 5G connectivity. This also means a faster CPU and GPU. It also has 6 gigs of RAM, 128 gigabytes of storage, and a micro SD. D has a same 4500 mAh battery capacity and 18-watt super fast charging. This model borrows up the 64 megapixel main sensor of the Pro but drops down to its 8 megapixel ultra wide camera. It gets a 5 megapixel macro camera instead of the night cam, a 2 megapixel deep sensor to bring the number up to 4. Another change is that there is now a fingerprint reader on the back side. This is because of the front is different, uses 6.53 inch LCD with a punch hole and 16 megapixel selfie camera. This panel also has a 1080p plus resolution with 19 by 5.9 aspect ratio, HDR10 support too. The TCL 10 5G will cost around €400. The release date has not been revealed yet. The TCL 10L has the same front as the 5G model, a 6.53 inch LCD with a 16 megapixel selfie camera and punch hole. The back is pretty similar to include the rear mounted fingerprint reader and 8 megapixel ultra wide camera. The main camera, however, gets a 48 megapixel sensor, the Samsung GM1 1 by 2.25 and 0.8 UM pixels. Also, the macro camera now has only 2 megapixel resolution. The deep sensor is the same. Despite the different sensor and chipset, the phone can still record 4K video at 30 frames per second. Speaking of the chipset, this model used the Snapdragon 665 chip with 6 gigs of RAM. There are two options for the storage: 64 gigabytes eMMC and 128 gigabytes UFS. The micro SD card slot is available in this model. The phone packs 4000 mAh battery with no fast charging. All that it's reflected in the price, of course. The TCL 10L will be out in Q2 at price around USD 250. All three 10 model series phone use NXT Vision SDR to HDR tone mapping. They also have a 3.5mm headphone jack and something TCL calls Super Bluetooth, the ability to connect to 4 wireless speakers simultaneously. So guys, this is the full info about the TCL 10 series, the 10 Pro, 10 5G and 10L. Make sure to like this video and subscribe for more tech videos, and leave your comment about this series. Is the TCL phone as good or not? I'll see you in my next video. Peace out.